Capsim Capstone Simulations Guide to Win Top Results, $9.99/1000, full walkthrough for Round 1 decisions and winning strategy. Hello everyone, and welcome to this detailed guide for Capsim Capstone Simulation, focusing on Round 1 decisions and how to set up a winning strategy that can lead to top scores like 999 out of 1000. This guide is designed for students and professionals who are playing either solo or in a competitive classroom environment. We'll walk step by step through each department, R&AMP winking and laughing, marketing, production, and finance, with insights from the Industry Conditions Report and strategic tips to gain a strong advantage right from Round 1. Step 1. Analyze the Industry Conditions Report before making any decisions. Go to the Reports tab and open the Industry Conditions Report. This report provides critical information about customer expectations, including ideal positioning, performance and AMP size for each segment, customer buying criteria, price, age, MTBF, mean time before failure, and ideal spot importance segment growth rates. You'll also notice that different segments value different things. For example, low-end customers care more about price than product performance. High-end, performance, and size segments prioritize cutting-edge specs and newer age. We've created an Excel tracking file to record ideal coordinates, target prices, and growth projections across all 8 rounds. Using a file like this makes it faster and more efficient to make accurate decisions. Step 2. R&AMP winking and laughing. Decisions, moving products closer to the ideal spot. Now, let's move to research and development. Your goal here is to update your product specifications, performance and size, to match customer expectations as closely as possible. However, remember, you can't move every product to the exact ideal spot in Round 1. That would be too expensive and might delay product release dates. Here's what we recommend: adjust 4 out of 5 products to move closer to the ideal spot. Leave one product unchanged, typically your second product, to avoid development delays. Example specs for R&AMP winking and laughing adjustments in Round 1. Product performance size comment traditional 6.7 13.9 close to ideal, update low end 4.0 16.6 close to ideal, update high end 9.9 10.7 slightly off, update performance 11.4 14.9 far from ideal, update size 5.5 9.4 already close. Can keep stable if you're introducing a new product, especially a second product in the low-end segment. You can design it now but delay the actual launch to Round 2, unless you're taking a highly aggressive strategy. R&AMP winking and laughing. Tips: aim for release dates no later than July or August, or your product won't generate much revenue in year 1. Do not over-adjust specs beyond the ideal range, or you'll risk higher R&AMP winking and laughing costs and delays. Record all changes in your Excel product tracker for future rounds. Step 3. Marketing. Set competitive prices and AMP. Forecast sales in the marketing module. Your decisions revolve around price, sales forecast, promotion budget, sales budget. To set an effective price, refer to the courier report and target the middle or upper range of acceptable prices in each segment. For instance, segment price range: recommended price traditional $20 to $30, $27.50 low end $15 to $25, $20.00 high end $30 to $40, $36.00 performance $30 to $40, $34.00 size $30 to $40, $34.00. Next, we forecast sales units for each product. Here's how. Sales forecast equals last year's sales times segment growth rate times 1 plus market share gain %. For Round 1, you can add an extra 10% to 15% margin if your products are close to ideal specs, you have a good marketing budget, you believe competitors will perform poorly. Example: if your traditional product sold 1,000 units last year and the segment growth is 10%, forecast is equal to 1,000 times 1.10 times 1.10 equals 1,210 units. Round it conservatively to 1,200. Set promotion and sales budgets around $1,000 to $1,500 each in Round 1. This level of investment helps boost awareness and accessibility without overspending. Step 4. Production, capacity, inventory, and automation. Production is the most capital-intensive area, so make careful decisions here. Production units equals sales forecast times 1.10, buffer. This ensures that you don't run out of stock, especially if your product becomes a market leader. Add capacity if needed. If your forecast is higher than current capacity, increase capacity. For new products, start with 500 units of capacity. Automation, increase automation for traditional and low-end segments in round 1. Example, raise automation for traditional from 3.0 to 4.0 or 5.0. For low-end, build new product automation at 5.0 for cost efficiency later. Warning tip: higher automation reduces labor cost but increases R&AMP winking and laughing time. Plan your automation in sync with R&AMP winking and laughing updates. Step 5. Finance. Fund your investments wisely. Now let's fund everything through the finance module. You have two sources. 1. Issue stock. 2. Issue long-term debt. Your goal is to have enough funds to cover new capacity and automation, avoid short-term debt, maintain at least $15 to $20 million in ending cash. Brain strategy: issue stock first to avoid excessive leverage. Then use long-term debt to cover the remaining needs. Don't change accounts receivable or accounts payable policies in round 1. Balance scale. Balance your capital structure. Maintain a reasonable debt-to-equity ratio to avoid financial risks and interest costs in later rounds. Round 1 expected outcome. If executed correctly, your round 1 performance should include high sales due to better product specs, strong profit margins from automation and competitive pricing, strategic investments for round 2 and beyond, solid financial health with positive cash flow. Your score in round 1 could reach top-tier levels, and you'll be well positioned to dominate future rounds with consistent strategy. Pro tips for long-term Capsim success. 1. Update the ideal spot every round. Customer preferences shift, so always check reports before R&AMP winking and laughing updates. 2. Track segment growth and adjust forecasts each round. 3. Avoid stockouts by adding a 10 to 12% buffer to your sales forecast. 4. Use a master Excel dashboard to track all your metrics, prices, specs, and sales. 5. Watch your competitors' moves in the courier report to counter their strategy. 6. Invest early in automation, but not too much to slow R&AMP winking and laughing. 7. Use profits to reinvest in capacity and new products for long-term scale. Need help? If you want the Excel tracking file, more detailed walkthroughs, or support for rounds 2 to 8, feel free to email us at mbahelp2002@gmail.com. We also provide free support for round 1 and 2. You can also check out our free blog guide, https://capsimguide2021.blogspot.com. Conclusion: winning Capsim is not just about one round. It's about consistent strategic execution across all 8 rounds. But round 1 sets the tone. Make smart R&AMP winking and laughing moves, forecast accurately, fund operations wisely, and you'll already be leading. Thank you for watching. Good luck, and I hope you reach the top score of 999. See you in the next round.